All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Game of Thrones video leading up to the second episode for Game of Thrones Season 8. In this one, we're going to be doing our video predictions, giving our thoughts on what we think is going to happen in the second episode. Alright dudes, so very exciting, and if you guys missed my review earlier, I'll have it in the end screen videos for you so you can watch it after this one. And this one we're going to give our thoughts on what we think will happen in the second episode. We just have 6 episodes this season, but we do have some that are extended. So we have 5 episodes left. This one, episode 2, is a close to normal runtime. I think it's a bit extended at 58 minutes, so it's 4 minutes longer than the premiere episode, which was only 54, but again, that's without commercials. So it's basically an episode and a half compared to normal hour-long, episode runs that have commercials. So that's pretty cool. And then episode 3 will be 82 minutes, and the rest will be close to 80 minutes each. So this one should be a good one. The second episode, I enjoyed the premiere. If you guys haven't seen my review, check it out after this one. And I thought the premiere episode was pretty damn good, and it was fun to see everybody kind of interact with each other again after the last couple years and see certain characters interact with others that maybe they haven't seen for many seasons, going back to even season 4 or season 1, the very premiere episode of the series between Jaime and Bronn. So for this one, expecting to see a lot of that continuing on. If you guys have not seen the preview video from HBO, link will be in the description below. You can click it and you can watch the preview or the promo video for it. There is no episode name for this episode so far as I know yet, and I don't think any of the episode names have been released for any of the episodes for Game of Thrones Season 8. Maybe they're trying their absolute best to kind of keep spoilers under wraps, to keep things at bay so nobody really knows what's going to happen. And so far, I think they've done a great job. I haven't seen any spoilers or anything crazy yet as far as major character deaths spoiled or anything online, which is a rarity in today's day and age. So great job, HBO, on that, it sounds like. And it'll be cool to get the episode names when we find out what they're actually called, but I'm not holding my breath for it. So no description, no episode name as of yet for this episode, but the preview video is I'd say really good. We start things off with it as you have Daenerys, and she's talking to Jaime, and she says, quote, "When I was a child, my brother would tell me a bedtime story about the man who murdered our father and all the things that we would do to that man." So it's fun. So continuing along with kind of a lot of what we saw in the first episode, everybody has a history. Everybody's families, their houses have histories between each other, and they all have to come together now, as many as are willing to, in order to stop the dead from marching to Winterfell and then south and just annihilating everyone and everything. So so this is pretty cool to get to see Jaime and Daenerys face to face for the first time in the series. They have never met before in person. They saw each other briefly, I think, during the battle, or at least Jaime saw Daenerys in season 7 when there was the battle between their armies, and Daenerys just swept them really easily for the most part. It was awesome, but that was one of the best episodes. That fight was really cool with the dragons and everything. But okay, so we know that Daenerys has to hold herself back. She has to control herself because she probably just wants to cut Jaime's head off. And but Jaime is an interesting character throughout Game of Thrones. I've enjoyed seeing Jaime a lot. He's actually one of my absolute favorite characters from the franchise, from the series, because he starts off in the premiere episode of the series when he pushes Bran out the window, or out off of the side of the castle there, the building, crippling him. So he starts off as a total villain, 100% in the series. And he somewhat becomes redeemed as things go through. He has to suffer. He gets, of course, his hand cut off, and the other things that happen to him throughout the series. And I think he's done a pretty good job of redeeming himself in the eyes of the viewers, at least, but clearly not in the eyes of all the different houses, right? So he's there. He's trying to be the good guy. He's trying to do the right thing. Will the other good guys allow him to do so? Daenerys and Jon and everybody else that again he has wronged, even Eddard, right? When he fought him in the streets there, and stabbed him in the back of, or one of his men, Lannister men, stabbed him in the back of the leg. Now, he didn't put him down. He didn't kill Eddard right then and there. But, of course, his family, Cersei and Joffrey, his bastard, his son, right, did it for him. So, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of baggage, continuing with things. It looks good, though. It looks fun. Daenerys, he should never have trusted Cersei, she says. So, and then Sansa, you never should have either. So nobody should trust Cersei, and I think they know that. What can you do? They've got bigger fish to fry right now, and they decided to hold out on Winterfell and leave Cersei to the side for now until they deal with the Night's King and the Army of the Dead. Was it a mistake? Rather than just trying, maybe throwing everything they could at King's Landing and trying to take King's Landing and had everybody march south there in a different strategy. They didn't do that. They decided that they would put things aside for now and face the dead together. And Jaime kind of came of his own accord, sort of, and Cersei sort of out there and lurking in the background, right? As Cersei might be kind of the series villain. We'll have to see how things go down here. Even though most of us thought it would be the Night's King would be the final villain. Then we have Arya Death. It's got many faces. I look forward to seeing this one. So, this was one that was in the trailer before for this season. Arya, awesome, another awesome character. Really starting off the series, in a tragic way with Eddard and everything, her dad, and kind of becoming a force to be reckoned with in and of her own accord, which is awesome to see. So it'll be cool to see her doing her thing. And I'm gonna miss a lot of these characters after the series is over. We'll see who's left standing when it's all said and done. Jon to Tormund, how long do we have? So how long do we have until the dead reach Winterfell? And at the end, he answers, before the sun comes up tomorrow. So that's it. So will we see the battle with the dead during the day? Will it be, it sounds like this before the sun comes up is how long we have. So it sounds like it'll be in the daybreak, but it'll be strange to see the dead during the day. So, we'll see. We'll see when they arrive. We'll see what that looks like and when the battle comes. It doesn't look like we're going to see it in episode 2, but it looks like episode 2 is going to bring us right up to, this is my prediction anyway, I could be wrong with this. I think it's going to bring us right up to the part where the battle is about to start. So the part where the dead have basically reached Winterfell. They're within eye shot. They can see each other. And I think that's where episode 2 will probably end, somewhere around there. And then episode 3 and maybe 4, at least it'll be all of 3 and maybe 4 too, will likely be the biggest battle of the series. Something that could rival, maybe surpass Battle of the Bastards, because now we have kind of it's not just man on man with Ramsay and Jon, but now you have the dragons in the mix. You have the dead, obviously, army, which is they've got dead giants, they've got a dead dragon. So some really cool mythical type of characters in here mixed in as well, too, with the dragons and the giants and the undead dragon, which is really cool. I like that Bran also in the premiere episode told Daenerys that the Night's King has one, because that's really good to know. Because otherwise the battle could be going and all of a sudden she sees this undead ice dragon, right? It's one of her mother of dragons, one of her babies, and that could be an emotional situation, and maybe she could make some mistakes there. So at least he let her know. He told her, so at least she knows, and she's like, oh, what the shit. So that's gonna be cool to see the dragons face off. It'll be 2 against 1, but I tend to think one of the dragons will probably fall. Maybe in the end, if Daenerys is still alive or Jon is, I think there'll be 1 dragon left. That's what I think. I think the other will fall. There'll be 1 left. And that will be it. And, that's how the series will probably wrap, I think. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe all the dragons will die or something. I hope not. I like the dragons. They're fun. So Tormund, really cool. Really happy to see he's still alive in the series. Fun character. Really funny. And I enjoy seeing him. Catapults firing, right? Maybe, I don't know if they're test firing or what they're doing or firing ahead of time because the dead are close enough for them to fire at. Not sure. We'll see. And then the army scrambling, and it looks like they're coming, and they're kind of standing, and you can see kind of darkness out there, blackness out there, but we don't get to see in this preview video the dead actually at Winterfell yet, because I think it's going to still continue to lead up to it, and then episode 3 and 4 should be the big battle, and then we've got a few more after that to episode 6 to be the last episode of the series, likely episode 5 and 6 being the final kind of big climactic hurrah against Cersei in the end, probably. And of course, you've got Bronn out there, who's been sent out by Cersei assassinate. Her brothers was what was basically said, and so predictions for that. I don't think Bronn will do it. I think that Bronn will, he goes way back with Tyrion, which Cersei might not know that how far back they go, but we do because we saw it. We saw their camaraderie. We saw how much they cared for each other, and even Jaime too. We get the sense that he likes them both. So I tend to think that after Bronn goes out there, he's going to tell Tyrion, he's going to tell Jaime. I don't think he'll try to kill them. Is there anybody? Leave a comment below if you think that he'll actually do it for money or whatever. Leave a comment below. Let me know. But I tend to think that no, that's probably not the case. And also, when he flips and he goes with Jaime and goes with Tyrion, it'll also let them know that Jaime's out or that Cersei's out for their heads. So when they find that out, they're going to be like, okay, so that's what this is. And Sansa and the others kind of already know it. So it's going to be fun, man. Of course, there's Euron out there too, who, like I predicted, as I said in my review, I think that Cersei is going to tell Euron that the baby's his, even though it's not, obviously. But that would be, I think that would make sense for her to gain that leverage over him, so that he'll fight by her side to the death. She's got the Golden Company as well, who again might be involved in the final conflict of the series, the final battle of the whole series. And what other tricks does she have up her sleeve to deal with the dragons? We'll have to see, right? Whatever Kevin can cook up, and that maybe Clegane Bowl, the Mountain versus the Hound, eventually as things wrap up. There should be some awesome battles coming up, and but I enjoy, I love to see the battles, but I also enjoy the regular episodes too because it's cool to get to see the characters interact, especially those that have never, all these years of the series, that have not interacted since the beginning, or like season 4, or who knows, whichever season they encountered each other and then gone again. Even Varys and Tyrion talking about balls and stuff, whatever. It's fun stuff. I enjoy it all, man. After all these years, so regular runtime episode, a little bit longer than last one. Jon probably going to tell Daenerys about him being Targaryen in this episode. I would think. How is that going to change things? I have no idea. Is she going to be happy for that? Is she going to be against that? I don't know, because that kind of means that with him being male, doesn't that mean that he would be the king? He would be the ruler. So she actually wouldn't be. Is she going to be okay with that? She's a good guy type of character too, or a good girl type of character. So I tend to think that she'll probably be okay with it, but maybe not at first. We'll have to see how she responds to that. And then, Jaime just getting a bunch of shit from everybody for all the crazy shit he's done throughout his life, even dating back to the Mad King. So those are pretty much my predictions on what I think for episode 2. I think it'll be a good episode, probably somewhat similar to the premiere, a big build-up episode, and then our big battle, episodes 3 and 4, something like that, aftermath, and then maybe 5, the final battle with Cersei, and 6 to wrap up the series, whoever's left standing at the end, sitting on the Iron Throne, and the series is over. Something like that is my predictions for the season. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please thumb it up below. Share, favorite, subscribe, bottom left if you're new, for lots more Game of Thrones videos. Well, not that many more. Like another, 10 or 20 as we go through to the end. This is it, man. This is the last season that we get to enjoy this incredible, incredible series. Definitely one of the best of all time, if not the best. Let me know what you guys think. Leave those comments below. Send me your questions for the Q&As for this week. We'll do lots of Game of Thrones videos this week because this is it. I mean, after this, it's like, it's over, man. It's so sad it's going to be over. So leave your comments. Q&As coming tomorrow and the next day. And the rest of the week, can't wait for episode 2. Can't wait to see these battles, man. This is going to be something. This is going to be incredible. I hope one of them can surpass Battle of the Bastards. That's what I'm going in with. I'm going in with Battle of the Bastards being like the bar, and I want to see if the Night's King in this battle, or Cersei's battle with the Golden Company versus our joint allies, our heroes, if either of those battles can surpass the Battle of the Bastards, because that was unbelievable. That was better than any battle I've seen in a movie or TV series or anything. Right now, for me, that's the top. Let's see if anything can pass it. Leave the comments. See you guys soon. As always, it's Trev saying peace. See you guys.